That's a lovely touch. Lampard! Brilliant! It was in now. That surely crossed the line.
I'm Matt Shishkoff. Welcome back and thank you for joining us here today for another exclusive sports interview. Today we'll be focused around technology use in soccer, specifically how it can be beneficial to the overall ruling and outcome of the game. For all the soccer fans listening today, I'm sure you can all recall the 2010 World Cup England vs. Germany game. The game that our guest today, English midfielder and soccer legend Frank Lampard, will never forget about. Now Frank, tell us a little about the game and why it was such an unforgettable event for yourself and the millions of England fans watching the game.
First off, it's a pleasure to be here and thanks for having me today. To get your question, it was a moment that impacted me personally as I was outraged at first, and I'm sure the fans watching can relate to my emotions that I had on that field that day.
I think we can all agree that anyone in your situation at the moment would be filled with anger. Can you go in a little detail about what specifically happened?
Yes, of course. To make it simple, we, the English national team, were playing Germany at the time. Both teams were very good, and Germany has always been known as one of the top nations in the world, so we knew that that would be a hard game, but nothing we couldn't handle. The score was 2-1, we were down a goal, and needed anything to motivate the team and get the lads ready to win it. I received the ball, and figured why not, take a shot. We were down anyways, I figured a shot couldn't hurt us. Anyway, like I said, I received the ball and shot it. I witnessed it cross over the goal line. I started to celebrate immediately because from what I witnessed, as did the others, it was a goal. I turned to the official, and he called for no goal.
So you automatically assumed it was a goal?
Yes, of course.
We actually have the official of that match in the studio here today. I'll bring him in shortly. But how would you say this affected the ending result of the game?
As I said earlier, at the moment of this game, we were desperate for anything to come back against Germany. When the official had called for no goal, it really hurt the team.
Thank you, Frank. Now let's bring in the official of that 2010 World Cup game who had made that false decision, Jorge Larrionda. Welcome, Jorge. I'm sure you have a lot to say in regard to your decision to the disallowed goal. Can you explain the thought process behind your decision?
Honestly, it was a difficult decision for me. It was the FIFA World Cup, the #1 sporting event in the world. There was a lot of pressure on me, and having to officiate two of the best teams in the world was not the easiest thing for me. The shot had happened so quickly, and I saw the ball hit the ground and land in the opposite direction of the goal. In my mind, the ball had never gone into the goal.
After seeing the replays and reviewing the shot after the game, did it become clear then that it was a goal?
Yes, of course. The ball had clearly crossed over the goal line, and I had simply made a mistake. It slightly confused me at first when the shot had bounced away from the goal because I saw the English national team celebrate and some fans cheer, yet the ball still appeared to be in play.
Obviously, it was the wrong decision to make after seeing the reviews of the game. Would you say it's safe to say that with another form of assistance, such as advanced technology of some sort, that you could have made the correct decision?
Yes, with the proper technology, I would have been alerted about the proper decision.
Could you elaborate a little more on that? What exactly do you mean?
Well, I'm assuming you're talking about a piece of technology such as the Hawkeye technology, because it's now being used as an important part of the game when it comes to officiating, such as goal line technology.
Yes, exactly those forms of technology you mentioned are now being enforced in soccer today. As an official, would you say they're beneficial? And explain your reasoning behind your thoughts.
Yes, they're greatly beneficial for many reasons. For example, I believe my mistake would have not happened if I had had that goal line technology in the game. I would have been notified that the ball had crossed over the goal line, thus being a goal. With the assistance of Hawkeye technology, there would have been a better approach to dealing with this situation. We needed something that could view the play from a different angle and perspective than ours. That's exactly what the technology could have done. It would have changed the decision of the call.
I appreciate the time and responses. Thanks, Jorge.
Thank you for having me.
That's all for today's episode. I hope everyone now has a greater knowledge on how beneficial technology can be in sports, especially in important circumstances. Tune in next week for another interview with the next future top athletes.